Hand it over.
No. No, I don't reckon we will.
You either hand it over to me or to the governor. Either way, you're in a heap of trouble.
Well, won't be the only one. Not after she hears about you and Malone.
And what's that supposed to mean?
We heard you and her were real friendly. And I don't just mean mates.
Yeah, I wonder what your precious department will say when they find out. Might be a couple of new jobs going, eh, Lex?
Yeah, too right. I fell for it, hook, line and sinker.
Now, hang on, just a minute. Hang. You. Go! Drop the Hartley case next time we get serious, understand?
I'm sorry, but I'm not letting you rest at that. If you won't take action against him, I'll find someone who will.
You'll find that a lot more difficult than you imagine, considering you've absolutely no proof.
But the invoices...
I'm afraid I've been rather careless with those. Mislaid them. Permanently. Now, why don't you forget the whole business? As I said, the matter's closed.
I still think I should do that column. I mean, with my experience... Willie! Willie, are you all right? Where am I?
Oh, no, not again. Oh.
I can see stars.
No bones broken anyway.
Oh, thank heaven for that. Now sit in that chair, lovey.
What's a chair?
Oh, she's a goner.
He must have died and gone to heaven. Is this heaven?
Yes, and I'm the archangel. What's his name?
She's off in Cockatoo land again.
Listen, Willie Beecham, you better make this good. I nearly put my back out humping you around.
Why don't you just bash her over the head again? Hey, young chap, us a cue, will you?
Oh, lay off it, will you?
Would you like a cup of tea, Willie?
Tea? What's tea?
Make sure she's calm, Daphne. Mate.
What are we going to do about it?
She is bluffing, isn't she?
Yeah, she knows they'll release her if she's really got amnesia.
Oh, why is she pretending to us?
She's trying it out on us before she takes it to the screws.
She's doing it so badly.
Yeah, I know. You better have a word with her. They'll never buy this.
We go along with it?
Yeah, why not? She's got every right to. As long as no one gets hurt.
Hey, she can't remember nothing.
You were saying?
Leave it to me. You take Willie to Sister Hall and have that talk with her, okay?
You tell Daffy.
Yeah.
Tell me what?
Now, Daphne.
What?
Yeah, Howie, get outside of that.
Thanks.
I'll have one of the lads drop you down to the hospital after. Whatever else they did, Howie, they certainly did a very good job on your lip.
As caring and considerate as ever. I like it.
Don't get me wrong. You give us a good description of these muggers and we'll be in business.
Can't tell you more than I already have.
Yeah, average height, average weight, average build, and we've only got an average bloody chance of picking them up, and you know that.
Yeah, but your average mugger doesn't tell you to lay off the Hartley case before he pinches your wallet.
That's just my point, Howie. It's very convenient for you, isn't it?
I'm not lying to you, Jack. And I certainly I didn't imagine this bloke's fist in my face anyway.
Yeah, well, what I need from you, Howie, is a tape recording of this mugger telling you to lay off the case. Otherwise, I'd treat it as straightforward assault.
Yeah, especially since you've got the Hartley case all tied up in...
That's not very nice, Howie.
With all due respect, old son, it wasn't meant to be. You got your victim, so...
I don't work like that, and you know it. You give me some definite proof that we're holding the wrong person, and I'll act on it. But I've got to have something positive. At the moment, all the evidence we've got points to your Miss Hartley.
Right, well, I've written everything down. If there's anything she doesn't understand, all she has to do is give me a ring.
Okay. You sure you won't stay for dinner?
I would love to, but I have a 7 o'clock start in the morning.
Oh, poor you. I couldn't wait to get away from that place today.
Oh, don't worry too much about your classes. Everything will settle down.
I don't know about that. It's quite obvious most of the women hate me.
I don't think hate's the right word. They may not trust you yet.
Yes, well, thanks for the lift. Oh, here's Anne now.
Hello, Meg. I wondered who Pippa was talking to.
I am going to bathe for an hour at least. Thanks again.
Nothing wrong, is there? No, Pippa just asked me for a lift home, that's all.
Oh, did she?
Oh, it's quite all right. I don't mind. I thought you'd be ours at the department yet.
Doesn't take hours to be told not to make waves.
Well, they are going to get rid of Chaucer, aren't they?
Yes, but not until it can be done so quietly that no one asks any questions.
Anything to avoid a scandal, eh?
Yes, but one good thing's come out of this. If I can give Dwyer enough time to get rid of Chaucer, the department's going to back Daphne Graham's case 100%.
Marvellous.
Yes, as long as I can get him to keep his word.
What is this place? Where am I?
Now, don't worry, dear. Sister Hall said you should rest, remember?
We're taking you to your dorm. What's a dorm?
Oh, dear, perhaps we should have kept her in the infirmary.
Now, don't worry. I'll take care of her. Won't I, dear?
Is this it?
No, next one, dear.
Sister Hall did say she'd be better in familiar surroundings. Perhaps I should phone the governor and
Governor?
tell her what's going... Is that where we are? Is this the governor's palace? What? Yes, it's all coming back to me now.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
This is the governor's palace, and I'm the princess.
No, you're not. Remember that little talk we had? I thought you understood.
Oh, what a charming room. You must be my ladies-in-waiting, is that it? Now, where did I put my tiara?
I think we should humour her, Mrs. B.
Yes, I suppose so.
Tell cook I shall have quail eggs for breakfast.
Beecham, I think you've gone
I think we should better get some sleep, Mrs. Barry.
Yes, very well, but I'll be back later to see just how she is.
You silly bugger!
I don't agree. I don't think there's much point going on with the classes.
I can't hear a word you're saying.
Hardly anyone turned up, so what's the point in continuing? I don't mind if they're interested, but they're not.
I see. It obviously hasn't occurred to you that it might be you they're staying away from and not the classes.
Why would they?
Oh, Pippa, look at it from their point of view. Your little speech to the press could well have ruined Daphne Graham's chance of release.
Well, if that's the way you feel, find someone else to cope with
Oh,
them.
no, you don't get out of it as easily as
I'm
that.
not trying to get out of anything.
It sounds like it. You agreed to take those classes, we spent money on the equipment you wanted, and it's about time you started behaving like an adult instead of a spoiled child. Now, if you want some dinner, I suggest you come and help me. You're not the only one who's had a hard day.
What is it?
Porridge. Grey, lumpy porridge.
How do I eat it?
With your spoon. Honestly, Willie, I don't know why you're bothering. There's no one watching.
This is going to make a great story for the paper.
Oh, I forgot about that. Mrs. M's going to show us how the press works later, isn't she?
Come on, Willie, love. Here we are. Now, come on, do it. The freak's coming. Quick, quick, do it.
If you're doing this for my benefit, Collins, you're wasting your time. Now get on with the meal.
I thought she was supposed to be the new improved variety.
Must have had a lover's tiff.
Give us some more, mate. Give us some more. I've had an elegant sufficiency, thank you.
Hey, come on, she'll get sprung if we carry on like this. We're supposed to be worried about her, okay?
All I'm saying is that in the next drawer we sell only 10 real numbers instead of 15. Don't push it. It was so easy the last time. Don't you understand? The more fake numbers we sell, the greater the chances of getting caught. 15's okay for now, and I'm sticking to it. You know what your problem is? You're not thinking big. Yeah, maybe, but at least I'm thinking.
Oh, please, Auntie May, we've got to fill in the space somehow.
Look, love, no one will believe them if they know I've written them.
Well, we could give you a fancy name, something foreign. What do you reckon, Jules?
Are you sure you really want to put it in?
Of course, all the papers have got the stars in and people love it. I look at mine all the time, don't I, Jen?
Daff, I think what May's trying to say is that whether you believe in it or not, astrology is a science.
Yeah, you need all sorts of books and tables. Well, there's tons of books and tables in the library.
But you just can't write anything down and call it an astrological projection, you know, love.
Why not, dear? I'm sure everyone else does.
Back to the land of the living, are we, dear?
Vic's watching us.
Look, why don't you write the horoscope yourself? I mean, you're the expert after all.
Yeah, I'd love to, but I haven't got enough time now, honest.
Yeah, I know.
I'm still trying to write me
Editorial.
Yeah, that. Auntie May, please, you and Nora could do it. You're both on laundry together.
Okay, if you think it'll help. May?
All right, love, I'll give it a go.
Oh, thanks, girls.
I see. And is she in the infirmary?
No, apart from the fact that she says she can't remember anything, she seems quite well.
Do you believe her?
Well, Sister Hall says she can't even find a bump on her head, but she's acting very strangely.
I better see her in my office straight away.
Mrs. Reynolds, are you feeling all right?
I just didn't manage to get much sleep last night.
I'll send someone to collect Beecham.
Thank you.
All I'm saying is don't go overboard or you'll end up in the loony bin.
Just have amnesia. That's enough to get you out.
Thank goodness they don't have lie detectors here.
Stick you on one of them and the thing would go haywire, and that's when you're normal. Look, walls have ears, so just remember that, and next time, think before you speak. All right, madam?
Beecham!
Oh, God.
Beecham!
Hang on.
Come on. Governor's office.
Oh, where is that?
Hartley, your solicitor will be in to see you this morning. You'll be told. Well, get to work, the rest of you.
I just hope she can convince Reynolds.
She can be as slippery as an eel when she wants to be. But this time I think she's bitten off more than she can chew.
Nora,
You right, Jenny?
could I have a word with you about Pippa Reynolds?
Yeah, sure.
Look, she really is very nice, and she's quite upset about how few people are coming to the class.
Oh, she made a bed.
But if they just got to know her, I mean, couldn't you tell them to give her another go?
I admire your loyalty to a friend, but if you really want to help her, tell her to stop bagging about that she's got a nice home to go to every night. Okay?
And you have absolutely no recollection of these crimes you've committed?
No, none at all.
I see.
I can hardly believe I've done all that.
Well, in cases like this, the standard procedure is that you'll first be examined by a doctor and then a psychiatrist.
Oh.
And if you are, in fact, suffering from amnesia, you may be released, but I suppose you knew that.
No, I had no idea such a thing was possible.
However, if the medical reports indicate that you are not, in fact, ill, you'll have to serve the rest of your sentence, which in this case is another 20 years.
20? 20 years? Oh, no, that's wrong. I've got 4 years to go, and I don't intend to stay a moment longer. Oh, no, there must be some mistake.
Yes, I think there must be.
I did have amnesia. I did. I had it very badly, and I'm not quite sure I'm over it yet. I did have it.
Well, you don't have it now.
But it was a complete accident. I got my memory back. It was an accident. I don't see why my future life should depend on a complete accident of fate. It's a tragedy.
The only tragedy is that you've wasted everyone's time, Miss Ferguson.
No, but
Miss Ferguson.
Solitary, Governor?
No, let her make up for some of the time she's wasted. And a week on cleaning duty should help the lesson sink in. In the meantime, you can take her back to the women and let them see what a fool she's made of herself.
Geminis. Now, what the hell is going to happen to Geminis this week? Oh, God, I wish I'd never said I'd do this.
What's the rush?
Well, Daphne said she wants it after tea. I mean, Geminis.
Don't get in a panic about it.
Well, I just feel as though I've got everybody's fate in my hands.
Oh, May.
Well, it's a big responsibility deciding who's going to be happy and who isn't.
Why don't you look here in this paper and we'll see what they say about it. Look.
Well, the thing is to try and give everyone something to look forward to.
Oh, yes, but what?
Here you are. Now look. All you have to do is 3 sentences for each sign. Romance, money and luck.
All right, well, let's think about it. Gemini, romance. You might meet a tall, dark, handsome stranger.
In Wentworth Detention Centre? God, you've got to be kidding.
Well, it'll have to do. Now, money.
Here it is. Money. How about take a gamble with your money and you may win?
Is that what it says for Gemini this week?
No, that's the Super Scorpio.
Oh, well, that'll do. Let's spread the luck around.
How's it going?
Terrible.
Listen, why aren't you in the print room?
Well, I remembered this little horoscope book of mine, so I pretend I had to go to the loo.
Oh.
See, it's got everything about everybody in here. Look, see, I'm a Virgo, and here it says all about Virgos. I'm just like that.
Virgos are open and friendly and would never cause a friend any trouble.
I don't think May would agree with that at the moment.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing.
Never mind, love, I'll manage.
Hey, you better get back to work before Mrs. Morris starts wondering where you are. Yeah.
What are you doing in here, Graham?
Nothing, Miss Ferguson.
Back to the print shop. Go.
Yeah.
And Beecham, any more nonsense out of you, and I will personally see that you spend a fortnight in solitary. Come on, Hartley.
Is it my solicitor?
You'll find out. Get a move on.
Well? Well, come on, madam. What happened?
It's no good staring at me like that, May Collins.
Oh, we remember who I am now, do we?
Unfortunately, yes.
Did Mrs. Reynolds believe your story?
Of course she believed it. Well, a bit of it.
Oh, which bit?
The bit about me being sorry to have caused her so much trouble.
You poor sod.
Willie, dearest, remind me again which star sign you were born under.
Cancer, why?
Cancer. Oh, Cancer, the old crab, eh?
Yes, Cancer, the old crab, so what?
Cancer, a terrible week ahead for you. Now that everybody's found out what a silly sausage you really are.
Right, now we've got the letters on the plate. I think the next thing we have to do is,
I think you have to lift this up.
Yes, yes, that's right. I remember now. Well, thank goodness somebody knows what we're doing.
Regular Boy Scout.
Oh, hey, I got it. We can call it the Wentworth Rag. Well, anyone got any better ideas?
All right. Now, let's just get it working first. Now, what do we have to do?
Well, the block's secured. What's the block?
Oh, that's the thing we just put the typeface on. Yes, you're right.
I thought she was supposed to know how this thing works.
Yes, so did I.
I think you have to adjust this now to get the pressure right.
Oh, don't. Go and get her a paper towel, will you, Kelly?
She can get it herself.
Just do it.
What about the prisoner's press?
Oh, right, now look, I think we're nearly ready to start. Now, who wants to be the first?
Oh, me,
Can I
have a go?
All right, but I want the rest of you, everybody else, stand back, please. Stand right back in case I've forgotten something. Now, you right?
No.
Turn the power on.
Oh!
Hey, look at...
Bloody hell! Here's the agenda. Well, it works, but it looks like Russian.
Oh, dear, it just goes to prove how careful you have to be when you're setting it up.
Oh, I think we should have had the letters right to left for a start.
Oh, yeah. How do you reckon you're going to get people to pay for stuff like that?
Well, we'll just have to get it right before we get outside work. We'll do it for free.
Free?
No, but that's a lovely name for the paper.
What?
The Wentworth Free Press. Hey, yeah, that's not bad. The Wentworth Free Press, eh? Look.
But if George can't even remember when he saw the marks in the gravel.
Come on, Jenny, don't get upset again.
But Inspector Grace said he didn't...
All right, so Inspector Grace refuses to cooperate, and the Crown Prosecutor thinks they've got a case. But tell me something. Are you guilty?
No.
And why am I wearing this bruise on my face? And a pain in... Because somebody else knows you're not guilty. Now, if I don't do what your loving aunt wants and drop off the case, what then? They'll try again. And again. Until they make a mistake, and then we've got them. Now, do you still want me to go on with this?
Yes.
I think the visiting room's available. All right, would you get someone to take her there, please? Thank you. She'll be there in a few minutes.
Good, thank you. You seen these articles?
Some of them.
Daffy's case is attracting a lot of attention. Unfortunately, not all of it favourable.
One of the medical experts wasn't even a doctor.
Yes, suddenly everyone's an expert on PMS.
Including everyone's daughter.
Sorry about that. I didn't realise I left that one there. Well, she's entitled to her opinions, of course, but they don't exactly help our case.
I have spoken to her about it. I think she realises her comments were a bit thoughtless.
Well, we need all the support we can get on this if we want the government to move.
Well, the department is going to back us 100%.
Thanks to you. Actually, we're looking pretty good.
Well, it's not bad.
Very well done.
Bloody fantabulous.
Fantabulous? A bit you durry, you can't spell it.
Yeah? F-E...
Graham, solicitor wants to see you.
Oh, yes,
Come on,
Miss
wipe your hands first.
Oh.
What do you think of this, Miss Ferguson?
Well, at least it'll be a while before they start printing money, I suppose. Come on, get a move on, Graham.
All right, everybody, I think it's time we cleared up all this mess. It's nearly lunchtime.
Oh!
Come on.
What are you doing out here, Kelly?
Want to talk?
Well, I'm not listening.
Yeah, well, you might be in trouble if you don't.
Come on, Graham, get a move on. And you, get back to work.
I'll be waiting right here after lunch.
What's going on?
Nothing.
You just yakking to the freak, eh?
I said nothing.
Hi.
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 Good.
That's good. Before we talk about anything else, I want you to promise me that you won't take too much notice about what you see in the papers.
Oh.
About the case, that is.
Yeah, I was a bit worried about that.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a hard one, you know that.
Oh, I trust you and everything.
Okay. Wanna have a seat?
Yeah, thanks.
Now, Daphne, I've been in touch with Win Leighton and they've sent me copies of your psychiatric reports.
Yeah, they sent me there when I was a kid.
Now, the dates of your depressions, they're tying pretty closely with your monthly period.
Well, yeah, I got a bit carried away with the razor. Do you want to see me scars?
No. What I really want to do is to avoid putting you in a situation where you feel so upset again. I think I can arrange things so you don't have to appear at court.
Oh.
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing.
Now, come on, you said you trust me.
Well, I thought I was going to be famous.
You mean you want to be at the retrial?
Well, I don't mind if people stare and that.
Okay, whatever the boss wants. You realise they're going to be firing in some pretty tough questions.
Oh, I'm getting pretty good at questions. I got 2 answers right in the general knowledge quiz.
All right, then, well, let me start with a question about your parents. I can't find any record of their address.
What do you want that for?
I want to speak to them about how you were before you were sent to Win Leighton.
Well, I don't know where they are. Oh, I haven't seen them for 5 or 6 years now.
Oh?
Well, see, I've got their last address written down somewhere, but we didn't... Well, they didn't want me round when I started causing trouble.
You've got a smudge on your nose. May I?
Mm.
I'm only making it worse. You want to have a go?
Okay.
You can keep it if you like.
If anyone's story should go on the front page, it should be mine.
Don't you think you've made a big enough fool of yourself already without telling the world about it?
It's a tragedy and the people must be told.
It's a tragedy, all right. We thought we got rid of you.
That's a terrible thing to say.
Even me. I wish you two would shut up.
I can only suspect that Mrs. Reynolds was tipped off.
Tipped off? Come off it. We warned you about going over the top.
What else was I to do? I was caught between the devil and the deep blue sea.
Look, that settles it. My story about the freaks going on the front page. That is not your decision to make. The editor decides what goes where. Well, where is the bloody editor anyhow? What's up with you?
It's not fair.
That's mine.
Don't worry, I'll wash it for you.
But it's special. Mr. Fulbright gave it to me.
Oh, I don't believe it.
He did. Look, who cares? You've got to start making some decisions. This lot don't know what they're talking about.
I'll call you when I get the figures, all right? Bye. Early for your class. The women have just started lunch.
You've forgotten, haven't you? You were going to arrange for me to see Jenny.
Oh, sorry, it just slipped my mind. Joyce, would you handle that?
Yes, of course.
Ben, this is my daughter, Pippa. Ben Fulbright, he's handling the Daphne Graham case.
Miss Reynolds? Thanks for your help, Mrs. Reynolds.
There's really no need to be rude.
I beg your pardon?
Well, obviously your case isn't going well, so you blame me for what I said to the papers.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but the case is going quite well, despite you.
I've a right to my opinions.
And Daphne has a right to a fair hearing.
Oh, that's interesting. In one of this morning's papers, they implied that you were very ambitious and you'd only taken on this case to further your career.
Yes, I saw the article. Let's hope the rest of the press and the public aren't as gullible as you.
If that's what you think,
Pippa,
Mr. Full...
Please, both of you.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Reynolds.
Well, I'm not.
Nice of you to keep our appointment, Miss Ferguson.
What do you want, Kelly?
Just the chance to be real friendly.
I said, what do you want, Kelly?
A little deal, eh? You turn a blind eye to me plans, and I'll do the same for you. See, I'm getting some rackets going, and I'd like you to do some donkey work and bring some stuff in for me. Oh, and just make sure I don't have any trouble from that pretty little Sheila of yours.
I have done all the deals I'm going to do with scum like you.
But yesterday you
Today is what counts, Kelly.
You wait till I tell
You
Red
tell her and see how far it gets you.
You can't watch him alone every hour of the day.
You touch her, Kelly, and you are dead. Now get out of here!
See you tomorrow, Pat.
Yes, right. Excuse me, Mrs. Reynolds, I don't know whether to call the department about this or our food suppliers. What's his name? Bullock, isn't it?
Mervyn having problems?
He's running low on a few items.
I think I know what's happened. I better have a word with him.
I'll be right in the middle of serving dinner at the moment. He was a bit flustered. He's run out of castor sugar.
Could you tell him I'll look into it tomorrow?
Right, you are. Oh, Mrs. Reynolds, I'd like to thank you for sticking by me over the problem with the department.
I'm only sorry it went as far as it did.
Feel a bit stupid, really. I thought Joan was responsible for my reinstatement, and then I found it was due to you.
The main thing is you're back. I'm just glad it's been resolved.
Hi, I thought I heard the door. I hope you're hungry because dinner's going to be a knockout.
Terry, will you leave dinner for a minute?
I can't just yet. You pour us a drink and I'll be in a minute.
Terry, please.
Boy, have I had a clean-up today. I'll be glad to get back to work tomorrow for a rest. Like them?
Yeah, they're lovely and expensive.
Oh, I couldn't resist them. I thought they'd cheer the place up a bit. You look tired. Sit down, I'll get the drinks. Didn't you have a good day?
No, I haven't had a good day.
What's the matter?
Terry, you and I have got some big decisions to make. It's about time we talked about them.
Well, come on, then. You're supposed to be the bloody editor. You've got to decide.
What do you reckon, Jules?
Don't ask her. Look, she's already done the layout and stuff for you. Talk about deadhead.
There's no need to get abusive.
Well, it's tricky stuff.
That's why I reckon we ought to delay publishing for a week or so till we get everything right.
But everything will be out of date then. Look, you've got to tell everyone about the freak and Malone. They've got a right to know. Are you going to put my story in or not?
No.
Well, see, we'll get into trouble for that. Well, what do you want me to write about? A bit of scandal about you and Big Butch Benny, eh?
Oh, now you're being stupid.
But how?
He's just a nice person, that's all. Fair in that. And
Look, Daffy's already given you the main columns on the front page. Look, why don't you write about Jenny? How she's not going to give in even though everything's against
Look, we all know that anyway. We've got to give the people what they want. Sensation.
No, give them something they'll be real interested in, like horoscopes and competitions and recipes.
Recipes? When are we going to get a chance to cook them?
During Mr. Pringle's cookery class.
Look, I give up. Here chucking out my story and you haven't even written your bit yet.
Yes, I have.
Where is it then?
Here.
Let's have a laugh.
She can read it herself.
It's not very good, but...
Let's hear it.
To our friends. We have tried to do our best because this paper is for you. We hope you like it. It is our paper. It is for all the ladies at Wentworth because not many people really care about us and what happens to us. But we have to care about what happens to them on the outside, so we will have stories about them, but mostly about us. We will try to be fair.
So, if the women didn't know before, Kelly and Patterson would have told them by now.
I don't care. Really, I don't care.
Oh, Terry, will you stop and think for a minute?
Well, all right, it might make life a bit difficult for
A bit difficult? I'll bet they've already thought of 100 ways to blackmail
Oh,
us.
Joan, now you're not thinking. We simply lay our cards on the table to Anne Reynolds. If we tell her everything...
We can't do that.
Why not?
Because she'll use it too.
How? If everyone knows, no one can blackmail us.
They've already done it to me before.
But, Joan, together we can cope.
Terry, how long do you think we can cope with making sure that you're never alone with a prisoner in case she claims that you tried to seduce her?
If the department knows, they'll be aware of our problems.
Terry, the department's not going to be any more tolerant than the women are. Besides, I've already told you why I had to leave Queensland.
That was different. I'm a fellow officer, and if we choose to live together, then
And how long do you think we can live together if one of us is transferred to Blackmore or Barnhurst?
They wouldn't.
Wouldn't they? Besides, I don't want anyone to know.
Why not? Are you ashamed of me?
Oh, Terry.
I've always admired you for your honesty.
What's the point in being honest if nobody bothers to understand? So just deny everything.
I wanted to apologise for that little contretemps this afternoon, so I thought...
There's no need.
No, it was very unprofessional of me.
Pippa started it. If you must know, I wish more people could handle it the way you did.
Is she here?
No, she's gone to the airport to see a friend off.
Well, these are for her. May I leave them with you?
Please do. I must remember to have an argument with you sometime.
Highly unlikely, but just in case, payment in advance.
Thank you.
No, thank you. I've got to keep you on side. I'm going to need all the help I can get with Daphne's case.
I appreciate the work you're doing for her.
Well, I'm not being entirely altruistic, you know. I'll get my name in all the law books, too, if I can get the courts to recognise PMS.
I know. But you are treating her as a person, not just a file number.
Well, she's a funny little thing. But why should she stay in prison if she's innocent?
Maybe Lex is right. Maybe you should be the editor.
No.
But I'm never going to learn how to do that. You know, how to organise where everything fits on the page and that.
You're talking sense for once. Now, if you've finished entertaining your friend, maybe I can have my half of the cell back.
I better go. It's nearly lock up anyhow. See ya.
See you, sticky fingers.
Lexie?
Yeah?
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were jealous.
What are you going on about?
Well, you're acting like you're jealous of the amount of time I give Daffy.
She's a drongo. She can't even stand on her own 2 feet.
Okay, well, maybe she's not too bright and maybe she does need a lot of help.
You can say that again.
But she gets the important things right, more than us two anyway. She cares.
Look, mate, it's as simple as this. I reckon you're okay. But she really gets up my nose. Now, you've got to make up your mind. You're either her friend or mine.
That's silly.
Well, you've got to decide, because you can't have both. I hear you're
going to publish your first edition tonight.
Oh, yeah, Mrs. Reynolds has given us a whole hour off to do the printing. Hope everyone likes it.
Oh, I'm sure they will, Daphne.
Yeah.
Come on, Graham, don't dawdle with that skipper. You're going to charge.
Yeah. What's the matter?
Oh, I just haven't seen you all morning. I was wondering if you're all right.
Of course I am.
No trouble?
No.
You haven't seen Kelly or Patterson?
Not since muster. I don't think they even looked at me.
Well, look, stay away from them, especially Kelly, until this thing sorts itself.
Joan, you look so guilty. Let's not get this out of proportion, please. Most of the women probably don't give a damn if we live together. And even if they did, I really wouldn't care about it.
Look, I told you last night how potentially dangerous this situation is.
Well, if it is that dangerous, there is a very simple way out. And my parents would be a lot happier about it. If we want to stay together, I might have to find another job. Leave the prison service altogether.
Why should you do that?
Well, I don't think I'll have to, but I'd much rather do that than lose you.
Go on, give us a clue.
I've told you I don't know when or if he'll be back.
Bit of a goer, is he?
But I know he won't speak to the press yet.
Oh, not you again. G'day.
He's already promised me a trip to Noosa and a swig from his hip flask. But I've a feeling it's you he's after.
Just a comment. Anything will do.
Look, what was it?
Bob Menzies. No relation.
Look, Bob, do the words forget it mean anything to you?
This Daphne Graham girlie. Did you know her before you took the case?
How about no comment, huh?
Oh, look, but
no comment.
Oh, look, come on, pal. My job's on the line.
Always a place for a good barman.
Never touch the stuff.
Oh, busy morning?
He's not the only one who's been in.
Anything urgent?
Well, you did have a call from Mr. Alan Tyler.
For the Attorney General's office.
How many Mr. Alan Tylers do we know? Yes, that one. And he wants you to return his call.
Surprised he's even heard of me, let alone want to speak to me.
And these were delivered by hand. Well, she sort of threw them at me.
Pippa.
Pretty, isn't she? Looks like you're losing your touch.
Hi, Lex.
Well, are you coming to eat or not?
No, I can't. I've got to get this stuff to Daffy. I'll go to second sitting.
Yeah, maybe I will too. Got to finish my article. Not that anyone will read the bloody thing.
Yes, they will.
Oh, what the hell do I know about fashion anymore? Stuck in here for months on end. I can't tell them any more than they can see on the telly.
Maybe not. But you've got an instinct for what looks good. Wish I did.
No, you're doing all right.
Yeah. You know, I suppose everybody's got a talent for something. Even Daffy.
Oh, don't start on about her
You
again.
started it. And I'm sick of being piggy in the middle. You've been playing no talkies all morning, and I hate it. Lexie was supposed to be mates.
About time you started sticking up for yourself.
Yeah, I know. When I first came here, Joe was a wimp.
No, well, you're not now. That's what counts.
I know, because you helped me. That's why I hate this, Lexie. You're too important to me.
Yeah? Oh, I quit that. Come on, we've got a paper to fix.
Yeah, come on. And that's something else I want to talk to you about.
My diary?
Yeah, well, look, my mum died of cancer. I don't want you going the same way. You've got to give up.
God, what a bloody nag!
Pick it up, Patterson. I said pick that up.
You're so worried about it, pick it up yourself.
Don't you ever try that again. Now pick it up and get moving, the pair of you.
Yes, I understand that, but that doesn't solve our immediate problem. Well, I think that's all we can do. Yes, thank you. Goodbye. That place is getting worse.
The department?
Yes.
Is it what you thought?
Yes, because of the problem with the invoices, they've had to cancel the contract with the supplier.
But they haven't appointed another company.
Well, they've asked for tenders, but it could take them weeks to work that out.
But what'll Mervyn do? Here's that list.
They've asked us to deal direct, ordering our own provisions.
Oh, we can do that all right.
As long as we can find a supplier who's willing to wait for his money. You know the department, everything has to go through the computer.
Do you want me to start ringing round?
Yes, please. And would you ask Mervyn to come and see me straight after lunch?
Now, when Lex is finished, we'll all print this, okay?
Ooh, historic moment indeed.
Hey, do you reckon the other girls will like it?
Oh, I've no doubt my readers will respond warmly to my column. The title itself inspires confidence. Wilhelmina's Words of Wisdom. The power of words, my dear, never fails to impress.
I suppose.
The noun, the verb, the mystery of language.
Yeah.
Actually, the phrase, he kicked the bucket's always puzzled me. Which bucket do you think that refers to?
Look, would you lot just shut up so I can finish this garden?
Lexie.
Would you want me to finish it or not? Yeah, we're going to print it this hour.
We have a deadline to meet, which reminds me, I thought Luke Kelly was supposed to be helping us with the typesetting and printing.
Don't expect that bitch to put herself out for us, do you?
No, when I reminded her, she completely ignored me.
She's been really quiet since yesterday.
Oh, suits me.
Well, maybe something happened.
Oh, what the hell do I care? Everything all right in here, ladies?
Yes, everything's fine, Miss Wallow.
Didn't you hear the bell? It's time to get back to work.
We're just about to go.
Okay, well, don't take too long.
Yes, Miss Malone.
Better do a quick tidy up in here. Bloody dyke! Come on, Lex, give us a hand.
Oh, screws are bad enough, but when they're dykes, it's even worse. My mum couldn't handle them either.
Miss Malone's all right.
Oh, she'll end up as ugly as a freak. Gives me the creeps. Gee, she must be desperate to have it off with Ferguson.
They're the ones that should be put away. I'm not sure you've got the right to say how people should live.
You on the turn or what?
No, I just think you're talking about things you don't know anything about.
I know about the freak. That's good enough for me.
Actually, Mr. Bullock, I know exactly who you are.
You'll know exactly how much trouble you've caused me then.
Surely you didn't expect to get away with it forever.
You've cost me at least $20,000 a year by getting my contract cancelled.
Or save the department $20,000, depending on how you look at it.
People like you think you're so bloody clever. My company supplied quality goods.
Together with a double invoice racket that's cost the taxpayers a fortune. You're lucky you're not already in prison.
Don't get on your high horse with me, lady. If you'd kept your mouth shut, you could have had a cut.
Mr. Bullock, I don't know why you're here, but I have a very busy day and I do not intend to sit here listening to this.
Open your eyes, woman. This sort of stuff goes on everywhere. Everybody's got their own little racket going, taking a rake off somehow or other. I was just getting my little share when you got in the way.
I'll give you the option of leaving now, or I'll call the police and let them remove you.
Don't scare me. My friend Mr. Chaucer told me the department wants it all hushed up, so that leaves you with...
Have a word. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realise you...
He's just leaving, and I'd like you to show him to reception. Mr. Bullock?
I expect we'll meet again.
Nice chip shot.
Thank you.
Delightful course, isn't it?
Yes, beautiful.
A colleague of mine in the Attorney General's office has taken to meditating. You know, cross legs on the floor, eyes closed, slow breathing. It seems to have helped him. But I find a quick 9 holes just after lunch quite satisfying. You don't mind us meeting here, do you?
Well, to be blunt, I found it rather odd when you suggested it. I dare say you have your reasons.
How very astute. I was told you were a bright young man.
By whom?
Oh, your name has been bandied about. You know how it is.
No.
I thought it was time we met.
I think I'm about to find out why.
There's been a feeling for some time that the judiciary needs some young blood. Of course, finding a new judge is never an easy matter. We have to be damned sure that we've found just the right man.
I can understand that.
The fact is, and this is completely off the record, we were wondering how you'd feel about taking a seat on the Supreme Court bench.
Well, the opportunity of a lifetime.
The job could be yours.
If?
No ifs. Of course, it would help if you dropped the Daphne Graham case.
Well, we usually order in bulk, and well, look, we're a government department. There's no question you'd get your money. Well, no, not cash, but...
Have you seen Terry?
No, there wouldn't be a contract right away.
Have you seen Terry?
Do you mind? Yeah, well, couldn't you... OK, goodbye.
Sorry, Pat, I'm looking for Terry.
She went out ages ago.
You sure?
Yeah, she got a phone call and rushed out.
Was she all right?
No, she was upset, and so am I. Oh,
Had she seen the governor?
How do I know?
I'm sorry, I've got to get home.
You haven't signed out.
Oh, page 2, isn't it beautiful?
I reckon we should feel really proud of ourselves.
Oh, no, I was hoping you could have finished
so the girls could read it over dinner.
Oh, we'll just have to wait then.
Do you want a hand?
Well, I'm going as fast as I can.
No, I just meant don't rush so you make mistakes. Hey, wouldn't it be great if we could make it print pictures?
Oh, think of the expense, dear.
No, it'd be real good if we could get a picture of Boy George or somebody like that to go with Lexie's story, wouldn't it? No, Willie's right. It'd be too expensive.
Look, could you not just rack off and leave me to finish this in peace, eh?
We're trying to help you.
Well, you're not. Look, I'll do a deal with you. You lot go to dinner, I'll finish setting page 1, run it off, and when it's finished, I'll bring it in.
But you'll need a hand.
Look, I'll manage.
Okay, well, it's all ready to print page 1.
All right, come on, girls. I'm finished.
Just come and get me if you need any help.
Oh, I'll manage.
Terry! Oh, thank God. I didn't know if you'd be here. You've resigned, haven't you?
What?
Terry, what's happening?
It's my mother. She's in the hospital.
Hospital?
I had a call at work. She's taken a massive overdose of pills. If Dad hadn't found her, she would have been dead by now. It's because of me. Because of us, she hates me. Dad wouldn't even let me in to see her. He said it's all my fault and he never wants to see me again.
Oh, Terry, I'm so sorry.
You're sorry. She hates me and nothing's going to change that.
But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.